Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning we're going to talk about whether you are failing. So let's jump right into it. So in a world that seems to be passing out accomplishment ribbons, gold stars, and badges of honor to just about anyone, how do we actually differentiate ourselves? How do we actually know whether we are succeeding or failing? Not based on the awards or the tokens of appreciation and involvement that we have, but what we've actually accomplished. Now, this may be a laughable question for those who are high achievers, but it's actually a serious question to ask yourself. How am I actually doing? Not by means of comparison, but by means of my own requirements and standards that I've set forth for myself. Am I where I want to be at this point in life? Do I have a great purpose, the right people, and am I taking care of myself provisionally? Now, in the last two episodes, we looked at how you thought you were doing from a scale that was 1 to 10, 1 being not well at all, something has to change quickly, and 10 being that you're living your best life overall. So we then looked at 5 categories in yesterday's episode to find out how you were specifically doing in the areas of purpose, in the areas of place, provision, physical health, and people. Now, the question is, how do those two numbers compare? If you have not taken the assessment from yesterday's episode, please pause this, go back, and take the time to do that before proceeding, as this will be a really helpful indicator going through this theme in order for you to navigate what to focus on going forward, ensuring that you are actually caring well for yourself. Now, once you have both numbers in front of you, compare them. Now, it's easy for us to have a bad day and catastrophize the future, and it's also easy for us to maybe have a great day because we got a raise or something like that, and not factor in the other aspects that we're not doing so hot in. Now, we all do it. We all have a hard time actually pinpointing this. We let someone who cut us off in traffic or a news headline ruin our day, while not keeping the rest of life in perspective, in proper perspective. So looking at the 5 Ps, anything below about a 69% needs immediate attention. It's not sustainable to be continuously going through life with your battery drained, with you continually moving on, not having the energy, not having the attention, and unfortunately, what will happen is your intentionality will follow suit. If you are out of energy, if you're worn out, your decision making and your intentionality with making the right decisions will follow suit accordingly. Now, if your percentage ranged between 70 and 84%, it's in a healthy range, but you will want to be able to pinpoint those areas or area that you had the lowest number and be able to focus on that in particular. So let's say you rated high in all areas but place. Then you can put your efforts and your focus to your location and what needs to change around that. Now, as I've said before, you need to control the controllables, figure out what you have control over and what you have accessibility to, and make changes in that area. Now, if you are in an 85% mark, place, or above, you're in a healthy place. So life should be going well overall. Unless you are an eternal optimist and haven't realistically looked at your life and how things are really going, you otherwise don't necessarily have anything major to work on. Now, that said, it's easy to become complacent whether things are going well for you or not. So it's interesting how we can seemingly see rifts in our relationships, in our physical health, in our finances, that then affect our overall well-being and not actually make it a priority to make a change, even though we see those things. Now that you have a tool to quickly identify where those rifts may be, I would encourage you to spend some time looking realistically. Don't be overly optimistic and also don't be overly pessimistic. Look realistically at your numbers in those 5 categories, get that percentage, and then from that percentage, identify, okay, am I in a healthy place? Am I in a sustainable place? Am I in a really good place? Where am I at? And also, use that as an opportunity to have a conversation with your spouse, have a conversation with your best friend, or with a community or a community group or something like that. Have a conversation around how you're doing so that you can feel like you have support. Feel like, hey, these are the areas I went over. These 4 areas I'm doing well in. This area I'm not doing so hot in, and I really do need some people rally around me. And so I think this will give you a great opportunity to build in some accountability, but also some encouragement from those that love you, but may not know how to support you best. Now, my call to action today is to compare the percentage of how you thought you were doing to where the 5 P's placed you. You might be surprised at how far these are apart, but then what you need to do is basically evaluate what range you're in and what then needs to be adjusted or changed in your life as a result. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.